What if I was able to give you one mindset hack that would totally change and reframe how you think about the effort you put in your career and totally optimize the results you're able to produce? By the end of this video, I'm going to leave you with 4 strategies to implement that mindset hack, and you can generate many more on your own. I'm Christina dellisanti-Miller, a full potential realized, and I'm a career transition coach. That means I help women take their careers to the next level. I've helped hundreds of women do so, and I do that using my inside, behind-the-scenes knowledge of how big corporates work in their talent management functions and how they develop executives and choose the people that they want to invest in. For the best strategies to take your career to the next level, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can be notified when I post new content weekly, and you can help me get my content in front of women who want to take their career further. So it may sound esoteric to think about a mindset shift changing your whole experience of work, but I think that if you keep bringing yourself back to it, it'll make a difference for you. And I think mindset is the foundation on which all of our work efforts either go smoothly, with ease, or are challenging and require so much more effort. One resource that I've used, which has a metaphysical take, is a little woo-woo, but I think the support is very practical, is the Esther Hicks, the Abraham Hicks. There's a ton of videos on YouTube that you can watch that help you click into a mindset that is very empowered. One of the things she always talks about is this idea of being in the flow, the idea of the effort it takes to paddle upstream versus turning around and just being in the flow. And we're also committed to working hard and making effort that we a lot of times are favoring the path of going upstream as opposed to thinking about how can I be in flow and how can I turn myself around and float down the stream. I had an experience actually of this literally when I was a Girl Scout, and we went camping, and all afternoon we trudged up this stream, walking upstream against the current, and when we got to the top, we turned around and laid down in the stream and floated all the way back down. So the contrast between, you know, really having to work hard to stay upright and push and push and push and push, and it taking like the whole afternoon to get up there, and then gently and with ease and having fun coming down like without expending any effort, totally illustrates that point to me and makes that very resonant for me. So I know that work ethic is one of the things that distinguishes the high potential, high performing, perceived promotable person. So I'm not saying to not have a strong work ethic. I am saying, how do you make the most out of the effort you are putting in by clicking into a mindset that can lessen the tension and load on you? So that's the mindset hack. How do we operationalize that? What does that actually mean in real life? So for example, if you think about networking, it's a thing you have to do, and it's, you know, harrowing sometimes going to an event you don't like. But if you think about building relationships, and what you're doing is looking at the things that you love about people and really finding like what are people's special talents, even the quirkiest ones, even the most difficult ones, even the ones that are biggest pain in the butt to work with, finding what is it about them that's really amazing, what's magnificent, and having that be like a treasure hunt, right? One of the first way is not in the flow, it's trudging up the stream. The second way accomplishes the same task of building relationships, but you're floating. Right? So that's the first one, is when you think about building relationships, think about how do you have fun with it, is really focusing on what's delightful about people and making that the focus of your attention. Second way you can operationalize the strategy of being in the flow is thinking about what of your efforts make the biggest difference. Whether it's your work efforts for your client, whether it's volunteer efforts, whether it's something for your family, like where in your life can you really do something that matters, that you feel great about, right? Where you're expending the effort that is meaningful and feels purposeful. That's a way of being in the flow. Yeah, and focusing on those elements of your role in the workplace and making sure that you're holding attention on that meaningful stuff at least part of the day. It's not just about emails and getting your emails out. It's about what difference are you making. Related to that, third strategy is looking at the progress you've made over time. Sometimes, like when I think about heading up diversity initiatives, it looked like nothing was happening for months and months at a time, and sometimes years. But when you turn around and look back at what's been accomplished, all of a sudden you can see a difference that was made, and then it feels extremely gratifying. Yeah, so that's a way of being in the flow. It's not necessarily measuring the short-term gains, but it's taking a long-term view at the difference and the impact you're having. Another way of being in the flow is to find out who's really inspiring you and to enjoy their work, to incorporate what aspects of their work you can into your thinking, into your framework, and to leverage those that really make you feel good. I mean, part of the thing about being in the flow, we don't think about at work, how do I feel good? It's kind of like, how do I get it done? I think if in my corporate life, I think I did this early in my corporate life. I was delighted and I had fun, and I had a different experience, and people had a different experience of me than when I was just in the times when I was just trudging through and trying to make it happen. When you think about ways you can apply the concept of being in the flow in the workplace, I'm interested in what comes up for you and what you've tried that works. Please let me know in the comments how to translate this woo-woo concept into something that's really tangible and concrete. Keeping yourself in the flow as a way to reap more benefits from less effort is a way for you to position yourself as high potential, high performing, and promotable. For additional strategies and tips on moving your career forward by positioning yourself appropriately, check out my free cheat sheet at fullpotentialrealized.com/positioning. Check out these additional strategies for ways to bring your career forward. I will leave you a playlist. And please like this video, give it a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you next time.